Rest with Attitude.
Hey, yo. Oh, you didn't know?
What?
Are you ready?
What?
No! I said, are you ready?
Woo!
And leading this group of misfits is JP, the Melting Pot.
AKA 6-month champ, baby.
If I can be serious for a minute without being interrupted.
And the savior of wrestling and the original Pete, the Summit.
You know, it was so nice it can't come twice.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
The WWE had Gilbert. Wrestling with Attitude has Lil Steven.
Finally.
Who in the blue hell are you?
And the show-off of Wrestling with Attitude, Mike.
My time to shine.
You can't see me. My time is now.
All right, welcome to Wrestling with Attitude on Stitcher, iTunes, where else? iTunes, Stitcher, All Noise Radio Charlotte. You catch us anywhere, we're there.
We're anywhere.
We're
We're
everywhere.
anywhere you want to be.
Yeah. Today on the show, you know, of course, we got Lil Steven. He
Hey,
actually
guys.
woke up early to be here. It's amazing.
That's me clapping.
Yeah. Well, I think the listeners understood that.
Well, you know.
Then we got JP as the Melting Pot's here.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Just one word. Yeah. It's a better promo
He's
than
ready to explode today. He
I will
was
say
so
this.
mad.
That's a better promo than any promo Seth Rollins has cut in the last
Hey, that's cutting deep. That's cutting deep.
No. Seth Rollins doesn't even know what deep is, man.
No.
We are without one person today, which he's our John Cena. John Cena took a week off of TV. Mike decided to take a week
I'm
off
like,
of radio.
yeah, he wins the freaking championship, and he's going to just, like, leave with that.
I'm
Just
stripping
like
him.
Cena.
I'm stripping him.
Yeah.
The commission's going to strip him now.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, you have to show up. You got to show up when you win it. That's
Who's
Yeah,
our,
man.
wait a minute, who's our commish? Stephanie?
6-month champ, man.
Oh, jeez. You add up the totals. I got more wins.
Dude.
Hey,
dude.
I got the shortest wins. That's
doesn't,
what counts.
Doesn't matter. I'm like Jeff Jarrett. I run the show and I can be champion.
You're like John Cena. You kick out at 2.
Yeah, I do.
So don't even say that.
Actually, no, I kick out at 3. I kick out at 3, but I say, no, that was 2. That's what I do.
That's awful, dude. But no, Mike's not here this week. He had some business to take care of, so he'll be back next week. We had an exciting. I ain't gonna say exciting.
Don't
week.
say exciting.
Raw was good. We had the Battleground pay-per-view. I don't know where to start with that one. We'll go ahead and get into it. What?
I mean, I just want to say, I feel like the whole thing just kind of started with the pre-show, but I guess we'll get into that when we get into that.
I want to talk. Well, we haven't
we'll
really
talk
talked about
about it.
Raw yet, so we'll get okay. Yeah, let's just get into this pay per view because I
was very.
Like I said, I think the whole thing went
It wasn't as
downhill
good as it should have been.
with Cameron and Naomi. Once that match was over, I felt like
That sets the tone a lot of times.
I know, but I mean, like that's the thing. I felt the tone was bad after that because you had somebody win and nothing happened between them. Cameron and Naomi, you let Cameron win, and what's happening now? Nothing.
well
Just let it die. That's all. I mean, seriously, JP, it's not good for your girl. It's not good for Naomi.
well the storyline's not good for either one.
No,
Because there's not going to be a story. There's no title involved for a Divas match. You can't have a storyline in a Divas division without a title involved.
Right.
so why
There's-
have them fight? That's the thing.
Well,
They need
Just
to
to
carry
break
it
them
out.
apart. Just
The-
to break them apart.
The problem with this is having it on the kickoff show.
Yeah.
All right? No offense. You could mix it into the pay-per-view itself.
I mean, you already had another
You want to
Divas.
set the tone for the
Right.
pay-per-view. You want to start it off right. And they had 2, not one kickoff pre-show, 2 kickoff pre-show matches.
I didn't see the other pre-show match.
They had the Fandango versus Adam Rose.
Oh gosh, that was a pre-show match.
Adam Rose won, of course, with the help of Summer Rae and Layla, who I guess now are called Slayers. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I read.
Wait.
Slayers, yes, Slayyer.
Both of them are
Yes,
like
both of them.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Lady killers, I guess. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay. Slayer, you might want to get your name back. I feel WWE might be using your name.
But we had Adam Rose and Fandango. Just horrible.
This Adam Rose stuff's really just. It's not even the Adam Rose stuff. It's really the Fandango love rectangle or triangle, whatever JBL called it.
Well, before we go into it, really, we all picked Rose to beat Fandango. No one picked Fandango to win this match. We knew he wasn't going to win.
Well, they're going to draw it out to SummerSlam. You watch. There's going to be something in SummerSlam where they're going to have, like, Fandango versus them or something.
Well, I don't understand. They had Dolph Ziggler. Now I guess he's moved on to a different storyline because he was fighting Fandango. Now he's moved on, I guess, without the two girls, which I thought was going to be really good for him.
Yeah, well, I guess, like, that's the thing, again, I still don't understand about Dolph Ziggler. They cannot keep that man in a storyline. Like, they can't. Like, he's in one storyline this week, next week he's in a different storyline.
Well, it almost feels like they don't want to do anything with him, so they just kind of give him something to work every week just because he's on payroll.
Yeah.
But we don't really have a direction for him. You know, where's he going? Is he a mid-card guy? Is he, world heavyweight champion material? Is he big match material? What is he? And that's what really bothers me about it. It's just the fact that they have no direction for the character.
Do you think he's still, like, maybe because of the stuff he said backstage, a few of the things he's done a few pipe bombs backstage and stuff, do you think?
I mean, here's what people don't understand. You cannot go to your job, especially working for a billion-dollar company, and just say whatever you want to say. People do not like that.
No.
You will never hear John Cena, Triple H, anybody talk about Vince for that company like that because they know better.
Well, I mean, look all the years that Triple H was there. He never really said anything bad about Vince.
And Triple H, and let's face it, go back and watch the DVD, Thy Kingdom Come. Triple H is taking a lot on the chin for this company and from Vince, and he took it all in stride and knew it was coming and said, you know what? I did it. Okay, cool. I'll make my bed and go. Never said anything bad about that the whole time he had to do it.
So, well, no, I mean, like, I guess it's because of people like Stone Cold and all that, like Stone Cold, he I mean, how many times has he said stuff before?
Okay, but here's the issue, though.
Difference, though.
Here's my issue with that. Stone Cold was in the time in the business where he didn't do it on Twitter. He would go to Vince personally and say, this is not right, or he would go to whoever personally. Yeah. Vince loves those people. He doesn't like you making some stupid Vine video and then talking bad about the company. That's the difference to me.
And you got to understand, Stone Cold.
I don't know that.
And that's totally different. Stone Cold ate crow and got to the point where he got over, but he never did it when he was undercard, when he was that, not that main guy.
I don't even remember when he wasn't that main guy. In the
before the King of the Ring, when he was the ringmaster. He never did any of that stuff, man. With, and then he did what he had to do and moved on. I mean, you got to remember how screwed over he was from Eric Bischoff. But he didn't go to, I know there wasn't Twitter. It's a different time, though. Tweeter, yeah. So anyway, going back to what we were talking about, the pay-per-view, we had Fandango against Rose. Rose won. We all had them. And then we had Cameron versus Naomi in the other kickoff. Myself, JP, and Steven all had Naomi winning. And
that didn't happen.
Yeah, Cameron won. Mike and Corky actually picked him to win.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what do you think about this, JP? No
one cares about Cameron.
You know what it is? All they did was they let the heel win for heat. That's all it was. Yeah. Has nothing to do with the ability or caring about the company.
She didn't really even get that much heat.
Right.
Though.
It was just for heat for the fans. Yeah. That's all it was. That's all they're trying to do. And it's horrible because nobody's going to care about that. Nobody cares about that storyline now. Even one night later on Raw, nobody cares.
Yep. No, it's horrible how they done it because part of it is Cameron's been in other storylines and just no one cares. Then we had the opening match was the Usos versus the Harpers and 2 out of 3 falls. great match to start the show. This was, wow, probably will say the match of the night.
If not, it was number 2. I mean, it was one or two.
I mean, which not saying a lot, but
right.
JP did have the Usos, which he better have a T-shirt.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, we're getting you a T-shirt. You are officially a fan.
Corky and Mike also had the Usos.
You're Uso crazy, JP.
Even though I thought Mike actually picked the Harpers, but
I thought he did too.
it's okay. He was a win anyway.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it didn't really matter.
Anyway, the match was really good. The Harpers won the first fall, and then the Usos won the next 2. Jimmy stumbles back into Jay, making the tag. Jay comes in and hits a schoolboy for a quick 1, 2, 3, and they win the match. Yeah, but yeah, the ending I didn't care about as much. Then we had Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. No contest, and then they pushed it back to later. And then we had the Divas Championship, AJ Lee versus Paige.
Yeah. You know what? Again, AJ Lee and Paige, I don't really know where they're going with this. Paige just, I felt like AJ had to beat her to establish herself as champion again. And that's what happened. But where do you go with this now, honestly? Because neither one of them are, quote-unquote, the heel right now.
Not true.
Okay, but do I really believe that as a heel, honestly? Really?
Well, what happened at the end of the match, though?
Okay, but still, your mic skills aren't heel. That's what I mean. Do I really buy her as a heel? I would rather AJ be a heel.
No, I'd rather Paige be the heel because she's the darker character. She can be.
But she has no character. What's her?
She does.
I have no character. I don't watch NXT. I have no character.
Here's what they need to do. They need to keep these two together for another, but put them on against each other for a month. Have them actual storyline against each other. Don't give me 1 week they're against each other and then a month later they're against each other again, because that's not going to work. You know. She's a dark character. I don't want to say like Winter was. She's not like Winter. I think Paige is young and good. You just need to give her and AJ some time.
Here's my problem, though. Did you see the epic botches in that match? There were like 3 of them. Because they just don't work well together to me. They're trying to do things together that they can't do. For instance, that power bomb where AJ was taller than Paige's hands. That's what I mean by I don't understand this chemistry, because they've been in 2 or 3 matches together so far, and I don't see it getting better. It's getting worse.
Well, that's the reason I'm saying you need to keep them together for a little bit. Let them have some chemistry. When you don't, the greatest matches are matches that people wrestle 1,000 times.
But some people, to me though, some people just don't have chemistry together from the start, and I don't believe these two do, because even the match they had before AJ left, it was so quick. There was nothing to it. AJ comes back, wins the title back on Raw. There was nothing to that match. It was worse than the first one. And now I get this one at the pay-per-view that's even worse than both of those. That's what I'm saying. I understand that they haven't, it's not a week, an ongoing thing every week, but I just don't see these two together right now going, wow, these two work well together. I just don't see it getting better. They seem to be getting worse.
I would give them one more pay-per-view.
Okay.
But have them work together. If you don't wait until the pay-per-view and then put them in a match.
Okay.
Because, I'm just saying.
No.
You got to remember, AJ took time off too. Or AJ took time off, came back.
Right.
Paige is still a rookie. And, and look at the divas she's had to wrestle with. Not really that good.
Well, yeah, I get all of that, but again, CM Punk can be the greatest in the world, but there comes a time where you're going to have to carry a match. And right now, I don't see either of these two being able to carry a match, even with each other.
I tell you
And
what,
that's what, after I see 3 or 4 matches, it kind of goes back to the Christian Orton thing that we went through a year and a half ago. I'm done with it.
and that's the thing with these two. These two really have to get over, and this rivalry has to work.
I'm just afraid they're going to.
I'm just saying.
I'm just afraid they've already watered the rivalry down so much that I'm just not going to care, and that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, no, I understand your point.
Because
and
I'll say this: Paige's promos,
make her.
I just don't
that's the
care,
reason,
man.
Almost make her promos dark. I mean, kind of like
But she's
Ambrose
not
backstage.
dark. That's the thing.
She's
not dark, though. The character's not dark. She wears bright purple to the ring.
No, the music, the entrance.
Right. But still,
she's
she
dark.
wears bright purple to the
She's
ring.
a goth.
Then they
I
need
mean,
to
she's
change
like,
her outfit.
She's
and
like a
stuff.
Right.
goth.
I
She's
mean,
like
you
a
know.
goth chick.
No,
I mean, that's
right.
what I'm
Goth
saying.
chicks don't wear purple.
No, well,
That's my point.
And the fishnet, can you please get rid of that?
Right. This goes back to my point that I keep bringing up about WWE and the characters. The wrestlers themselves are not thinking about their characters and what they need to do. There comes a time in your career where you have to help sell that character. And you have to say, hey, that doesn't fit. Can I please try this? Can we do this? I don't feel like these people do that. They just go, okay, this is what you give me.
By the way, so AJ ends up winning the match with the Shining Wizard. Pretty good. I mean, that was pretty good.
she wins with the Shining Wizard.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was her.
That's
move
a move.
now.
Well, it's a move.
Yeah,
which
that's-
is good. She does it. I mean, that's a good move to have. I mean,
Yeah.
not many divas do that move. So, I mean, I like it. So I just hope they letting them face each other for a little bit longer. Letting them try to.
I mean, they're going to, so you're going to get your
I
wish
mean,
there.
look.
I mean,
JB, I get your frustration with her, but I think if you build her up the right way, I agree with James. I believe this could be a great rivalry. But you got to build Paige up the right way. That's the thing. They can't keep her like she is right now, and I think if they...
You know what is almost they pushed her too fast to face AJ for the title. I mean,
yeah, because AJ was leaving.
Yeah.
Well, you could have put it on Nikki or Brie.
That's my thing. I believe you would have been better with that title going to Natalya or Tamina or someone, and then having Paige beat them for it after AJ leaves. Then AJ could have come back as, I'm back to get my title back.
Yeah. But you know they weren't going to do that because they're not going to put it on Tamina or Natalya for some weird reason.
We knew, I mean, I knew who Paige was before she got called up. Not all of us have.
No.
Because they don't really watch NXT.
Yep.
Some do.
I mean,
some probably watch it more than SmackDown now. But
it was cool the way that they brought her in, but you know, a lot of people, they weren't happy when she just came in and she just got a title shot right after WrestleMania. It was like, okay, you know, what are you doing with this person? And then all of a sudden now she's lost her title again. So, you know, I mean, I feel like maybe if they would have waited till SummerSlam, like let Paige keep the title till SummerSlam kind of thing, you know, then AJ has it. And if you want to do a rivalry with them, that'd be cool.
See, I'm just worried that we're going to get to SummerSlam and then Paige is going to win it, and then the next month we're going to have the same two in another title match. And then after that, we're going to have the same two again.
Yeah, it's going to go flip-flop. It's going to be a rivalry.
That's what I'm worried about with the storyline. And I'm glad they didn't do it with the Usos. I'm glad that the Usos have kept those titles for a couple of matches and actually look like a good tag team, because now when the Wyatts do finally win those tag titles, guess what? Now it's going to be a big deal because you couldn't beat them before, and you beat viable champions who held the titles for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And then we had the next match was Rusev with Lana versus Jack Swagger with Zeb Coulter. Rusev, of course, wins, and we all have Rusev winning.
Yeah.
You know,
actually, no, I had Swagger.
I had to admit one thing about it. I liked what they did on this. Here's the reason I like it, because the way that they ended it was, you know, they made Swagger get a count out. And I believe it would have hurt Swagger's character more if he got pinned or submission.
Really? I didn't know it could hurt his character much more.
All right.
I mean, it's actually on the up and up right now. I
yes.
mean,
But what I'm saying is that I feel you would have squashed it because it's like, okay, well, then, we tried everything. Like the real American hero himself could not.
But I'll tell you why I don't like the count out.
Why?
I don't like the count out for what you had him do. He hit his head on the steps.
Yeah, they could have made it a lot.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He could have I don't know. I would have almost rather have Jack Swagger when he hit his head on the steps. Then you attack him. Now Jack Swagger wins by Jack Swagger could win by default because you hit him with a chair. He could win by disqualification. That would have made it bigger to me because now, I guess that would have ended Rusev's streak, though.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. So I guess you have to look at it both ways because you're dealing with two bad things here. You're dealing with the guy that just turned face, and you're dealing with a guy that has a streak that's pretty impressive right now because you can't. If you break it, it's like, okay, he's done.
Yeah.
So, what do you do with this big guy? He's a big guy. What do you do with him? So
I will say this. It was probably Rusev's longest match to date since he's been called up to the main roster.
yeah.
So
he's never had a match like that, and I like Jack Swagger. I think for a big guy because he is technically classified as a big guy with 240 pounds, and he's like 6'5" or so. He's pretty big. And, he's just leaner than a lot of other big guys. But, for a big guy, he moves pretty good. And I think if they keep this rivalry going until, SummerSlam, maybe Night of Champions, maybe, I think it'd be pretty good. I kind of agree with you, James. We were talking about this. I think they need to have a pole match at SummerSlam. I really do. I think that'd be awesome.
Early signs they're having a flag match.
Oh, really? Yeah. They're going to have one? Okay, good.
That's what I've read.
I really think that would be awesome to have when's the last time you've seen a flag match in WWE, man?
Why do I want to see one? You're not going to attack him with a flag. You're not going to beat some guy down and rip the American flag and tear it up. So, I'm grabbing my flag just like I walked out to the ring with it. Really?
Yeah.
If you're going to do a flag match, put something else in it.
Yeah.
Make it a flag match, chairs match, or something I don't know, so you can beat each other down.
I wish they would do a boot camp match, but I don't think they do that in WWE. Which is, it's basically just kind of like a hardcore match, but it's whatever you bring to the ring you use.
Well, one thing I want to talk about before we go any farther, we need to move ahead to the next events.
Oh, yeah.
But Lana, there's a little bit of controversy with what she said at the start of the match, before the match started, actually, excuse me. She referred to the U.S. and talking about Russia. You don't see any events happening, like that. And people on Twitter blew up.
Are you serious?
Because of her comments and because of the flight over to Ukraine. So everybody blew. Say events, they thought it was rude and not right to talk about it. Refer to it, reference it.
Those same people watch soap operas, and you realize that those people aren't really married, and he's not really beating her in real life, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Here's the thing.
Come on, people. Seriously, it's a game.
Yeah.
It's all scripted. They're doing it to make you have that reaction. It's a movie.
Yeah.
People in movies don't really impregnate each other.
Here's some of the tweets. I'll read them some. I ain't going to read your name. And
you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to take my foot right in their backside. Everybody who tweeted bad about that.
Here's what I don't understand about it is half the people that actually tweet about it probably didn't watch it.
Yeah,
so
most of them are just.
I'm jumping on the social media bandwagon because I'm so.
One said, did the WWE just do a Malaysia airline tragedy reference? Someone needs to be fired for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, WWE, you going too far, bad taste. I don't understand. I know you're sensitive about, and I don't understand It wasn't in bad taste.
Here's the
they
thing.
weren't really called. They didn't say the flight by name or anything like that.
I don't know much about wrestling, as you've noticed, but One thing I like to give.
What show are you on again?
One thing I don't know anymore, but one thing I like to give Vince McMahon credit is that he is a hell of a just person that can promote stuff and get. He can really get people shooken up over some stuff that he does. And, you know, this is classic Vince McMahon right here. He takes a current event and he twists it into the WWE. And that is what I like about, you know, wrestling, is that it's not just, I mean, it hasn't been about wrestling for years, just about it. I mean, you know.
Here's my issue with it. That plane going down has no impact or bearing on my life at all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to anybody that it does. But what do you want us to do? Do you want us to go start World War III because somebody shot down a plane? Seriously.
Yeah. Well,
life happens, okay? There's somebody in Charlotte today or somewhere around here that's going to lose their life driving their car too fast. Okay, do we want to stop everybody from driving? Oh, nobody can drive anymore because somebody might die.
I get that, but I mean, like, I get where
That's why I
WWE was
say
stepping
my
on
foot,
toes.
Fourth point of contact.
I mean, I get it. WWE stepped on a few toes, but they always step on toes. That's
Right.
the thing
It's
about
not
WWE.
real.
Those are the people that watch Raw more. The people that get mad about that one little incident. You'll see them watch Raw next week. Well, you watch. They're gonna.
The thing is, like you said, you know, it is a storyline.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a male soap opera. I tell my wife that
It is.
all the time. I tell all my friends it's a male soap opera.
That's why I get mad about it, that, you know, they had to apologize for the Vladimir Putin stuff that she said before. And I'm like, give her rest, people. She's Russian. She's supposed to be Russian. What do you think Russians do? She's supposed to be a Russian who hates America. Well, it's Rocky IV again. My God.
Next we have Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. Greatest match ever.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying,
man. Dude, I went like a blink of an eye and it wasn't there anymore.
I had yours truly had Rollins. Everybody else picked Ambrose. And this was the biggest controversy of the night.
This is the worst case of booking. You actually have two guys who can work together. And again, you don't want them to work. It's kind of like the Natalia syndrome. Oh, we've got a diva that can wrestle, but we don't want a diva that can wrestle.
So
why do they do that?
The bell rings as announcers question if there's going to be a match, which I never remember a bell being.
I don't either. If somebody else heard a bell, I need to go back and watch Battleground again because I don't remember hearing a bell.
Please tweet us the time it happened because we would like to go back and see this.
Rollins gets on the mic and says that because his opponent is not returning to building night, he's out here to accept the victory via forfeit. He orders the referee to raise his hand, which Justin Roberts announces Rollins as the official winner of the match by forfeit.
Yeah, good one, Justin Roberts.
And then it was a battle in the background.
Right.
I mean, I understand.
So
why not do a falls count anywhere or something?
Here's what kills me. If he was gonna, if he's losing via forfeit, why did you have him walk out not even 30 seconds later? Obviously, he was there. You can't just go to the ring and go, raise my hand, I'll win by forfeit because he's not here, and then him walk out of the back and attack me. That's why I didn't like it.
Yeah, but
that's why I'm saying it's bad, right? That's stupid.
Well, they tried to have people to stop it.
But that's stupid, right?
Well,
so I'm going to go back here and have people stop you from coming to the match so you just lose automatically? That's just stupid writing.
Yeah.
That's dumb. You would have been better off for him to have been hurt in the attack and been in the trainer's room, and showed him in the trainer's room, and then have Seth Rollins say, well, I win by forfeit because you're not out here. That would have been better storyline-wise than what they did.
Well,
that's my point. It's how you booked it.
Well, this was supposed to be the sleeper match of the night, too.
And it would have been.
And it would have been, like we said. But
Ambrose is great right now.
They're both good, though. When you put both of them together, they make gold. They really do. Those two together are good. No, I mean, like, here's the thing. Rollins and Ambrose, they're both good, but when you put them together because they were in that, faction together, and these guys really know each other. They, were on the road together.
Yeah, but again, bad booking, though, because if you have, again, I keep going back to, if you have two guys who can work together, why are you not letting them put on match of the night caliber
But
matches
JP,
at
we've
your
seen this
pay-per-view?
before. We've seen this before with a certain person you
Right,
both
right,
love.
right, and it's horrible.
CM Punk.
And it's horrible booking. It's horrible
Yeah.
booking every time they do it. It never gets better.
So-
Because my issue is, if you look at it right now, Ambrose is the best character and worker in the company right now. Technically, for his character, he's the best on the mic.
He's
for
the
his character.
closest. He's the closest to his character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break. Come back, and we'll finish up Battleground. Get into everything else. Well, you're listening to Wrestling with Attitude.
Are we listening to this?
Sometimes love is like a slow dance. You can tiptoe around, but don't make a sound. You can make a little silent romance. But sometimes love sounds like a fight. It sounds like an argument. It sounds just like a power driver. Yeah, a power driver. Well, sometimes love, it just feels fake. First you think you're so strong, but something goes wrong. It feels like a great big mistake. But I am perfection. I am perfection. I am perfection. I am perfection. Yeah. Take your best shot. Give me all you got. Come on. Come on. Come on. Bring it on.
I'm the show off on Wrestling with Attitude. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. There's nothing wrong with Spirit Squad. That's my guy. It's just too sweet.
All right, welcome back to Wrestling with Attitude. We miss him, don't we?
Yeah, the guy that's not here today. We have to do all the promos.
Well, I got to have him do one. So, I know you feel lonely without your buddy here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I might
by himself.
It's,
I already played that song earlier.
He
you
did.
know,
Yeah.
me and him been a team for a while. It's a little rough today, but
Yeah.
I'm all right.
I know your tag team partner's not here. And,
I know.
And I wish mine's never a part of my tag team, but he thinks he is.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm a part of everybody's tag team, though.
I wouldn't share that with everybody, buddy.
Well, you know.
Anyway,
Tag
getting
me
back,
in, Coach.
going back to
I can
Battleground.
do it.
Going back to Battleground. The next match was Bray Wyatt versus Jericho. Jericho ended up winning with the code breaker out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We had Jericho was picked by JP, who doesn't like Jericho,
I love it. You just picked everybody you hated in this paper.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
it's been-
like,
hey,
and Steven.
Hey, here's
Pick
what's
them.
funny. The last pay-per-view or two, I've been in the running for picks. So
You
doing
really
that,
have.
like,
Like, I loved it because the last pay-per-view, you were, like, basically at a sure shot to lose, and then all of a sudden you just came back
Yep.
out of nowhere. If Cena didn't win, you would have won the whole
Yep.
thing.
Then the match was I didn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with
it
you,
was slow. It
Yeah.
was slow.
So-
Bray Wyatt is a slow worker.
Yeah.
To supposedly be as athletic and move the way that everybody says he can, his matches are slow.
Well,
It takes a while to get them going.
here's my question for
he
Bray
has
Wyatt now.
he has like a rotundo. You can tell he's a rotundo. I'm just saying.
Rotundo?
Mike Rotundo. The IRS, that's his dad. You can tell he's that guy because they're slower worker. And I mean, I know it can be different. I'm just saying. You could tell.
But I
he's
like
that
him
type
as a
of guy.
slow worker, though. Like, he works better that way. But, I mean, here's my question about Bray Wyatt. I mean, what do you do with the guy now? What do you do with him?
Well,
you just keep him doing the same thing.
Well, it looks
the
like,
fans
yeah.
are already doing negative reaction to
booing
him.
him.
They're booing him,
You
and
know
they're
why?
going boring. That's not good.
Because he lost to Cena.
Well, that, and we're going to talk about it later when we talk about Monday Night Raw, and I'll bring it up again. He spews the same old crap every week, and everybody knows it's crap now.
Yeah.
There's no evolution to what he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
And I don't like that because, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I liked him when he first came into the WWE as this character. It was awesome. It was cool.
Well, it was different.
No, it wasn't. You were caught up in the entrance and the lights going out.
Yeah.
And that song. That's all it was. You weren't invested in the character.
Yeah.
Again, they caught lightning in a bottle just like they did with the Yes chant, and you were captivated by what you saw.
By the
Not
way-
that it was a great storyline or a great character.
By the way, I did love. You talk about the entrance. I love the entrance, and when he comes out, everybody's holding the phone out.
Oh, yeah.
And all the that's cool. The match, yeah, wasn't.
Right. That's my point. You're caught up in what you see,
Yes.
not so much what you're getting
Right.
in
But
return.
JP,
And then-
correct me if I'm wrong. They could have made this character a lot better, right? I mean,
This
this character
character-
could have been the,
listen,
the
if
best
they would,
character.
if he
this
would
character
beat,
could have been better if he would have beat Cena.
if he would beat Cena,
but
that
once,
would
right.
that would put him on the match against Jericho.
so you
Then
guys
this-
think that's the main thing that
Yeah.
stopped
yeah.
his character?
Because, okay, who are you saving me from? Good conquered evil. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Pro wrestling storylines in a movie storyline, the good guy Cena, Super Cena, conquered Bray Wyatt and everything that he was feeding us.
Or-
so I have nothing invested in you.
Or, I'm fine if he lost to Cena, but turned face. Then, because he's got the crowd behind him anyway,
Yeah.
against Cena, you could turn him face and had Jericho come back as a heel. Jericho's
Yeah, it
a
doesn't
good,
matter,
great.
yeah.
Jericho's actually a better heel than his
Oh,
face.
Jericho's
anyway.
amazing as a
Well,
heel.
Jericho's not going to play heel, though, because of everything that
Right.
he has going on.
Right.
He's got his Fozzy
you got
and,
your
yeah.
band, and then you got the podcast. People aren't really going to tune in to hear an all-out, bad guy or an all-out heel do a show. But they'll listen to people they love, like him, Stone Cold. That's why I say
Well,
it wouldn't
like
really
they tune
fit.
into our show to listen to me. I mean, it happens.
You're not a heel. You're just a tweener.
Some people like sausage. I don't know.
You just not a believer.
No, I'm not a ham and egg.
Never
either.
will be.
Yeah, you should be.
And you're
Anyway.
a ham and egger, sir. So
Yeah, all right. Next we had the WWE. Next we had the WWE Intercontinental. I'll play it sometime today. Next we had the WWE Intercontinental Championship Battle Royal. Let me go over who everybody had. I had Bo Dallas,
yeah,
Dolph
who'd you have?
Ziggler. Yes, I know.
Who'd you?
JP has Cesaro, Sheamus. Mike had the Miz and Big E. Corky had Cesaro and Axel, and then of course Steven had Cesaro and the Miz as his second.
The Miz was my second.
No, the Miz was your first. So
Okay.
Cesaro was your second.
I was like, what?
And the winner of the match and new IC champion is the Miz.
Yeah, and by the
because
way,
he's-
he won it the same way Edge won it.
yeah,
Big
by hiding
deal.
out outside the ring and then coming in. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you knew it right when JBL said he's like, well, Miz is playing possum. I was like, well,
Oh yeah, when he did that,
yeah.
was
I was like, well, the Miz is gonna win. Like, right? Like JBL gave away that match, in my opinion. I don't care.
the WWE to me missed the boat on this match. I really do believe they gave it to the wrong person. Of course,
Yeah, I know. They should have gave it to Dolph Ziggler.
wrong. They should have gave it Bo Dallas.
No.
I'm telling you, because say what you want, but you need to get some heat, and he will get heat with. If he's undefeated, he comes out. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying if he comes out with his Bo Leave stuff, and everybody will hate him already for that, and now he's a champion. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
No one
he
cares
would,
about the
but-
Miz, dude. I'm just saying. Dolph, yes.
They gave it to Miz because he
The
came
moving
back.
and stuff, yeah.
Nobody cares about Bo Dallas either.
Well,
stop
stop it.
that.
Yeah,
Stop.
like
I just like Bo Dallas, so I want you to like him.
yeah. No, that's what
all
he's
that
doing.
is.
He's
I
pushing
get
it on us.
I get why you like him though.
He is pushing his religious statements.
I could get why you
Because
like him. You're both
he-
short and chubby. It's cool.
No, he makes inspirational quotes like that.
Right, and he's never wrote none of that. You
Well, no,
realize
it's
this,
because
right?
JP. It's because he has hair. He
What?
wants Bo Dallas.
He didn't write that?
Yeah.
He wants Bo
Yeah.
Dallas's hair. That's why he likes him. Because Bo Dallas is like his size and his height,
I'm sorry,
but he's
you
got
still
hair.
talking? Hey, hold on a second. All right. Anyway, adults talking.
Then you're not allowed.
I can cut you off again. It'll work.
No, I just
no one
he's
said
so
anything.
bland. He's so bland, though.
His
It's so
promos
bland.
are bland. I know.
So bland.
I'm just saying
If
it would have been more heat than The Miz.
No, it wouldn't have.
All right.
If his promos were not so bland, he could have won it and been fine. But because I'm telling you, I understand what you're saying about the kid. You may like him, but listen to the crowd. The people buying tickets don't care for him. They don't. And his matches are terrible.
Well,
They're terrible.
Well, look who is bad
And
with him,
I don't
too.
care.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying it's not helping his character get over any.
No.
Again, I complain about the booking every week.
Yeah.
But his matches are terrible. I mean, they're just bad.
And so, talking about this Battle Royal, it was all right. It was good.
I liked
it was
the
probably
five
third
people.
best match of the night.
I liked the five
probably.
people that were the last ones in the ring. The 5 people. I did like that because it kind of
was one of the last 5.
all the 5 people that were in the ring at the end, all of us picked one of those.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, Sheamus could win, Cesaro could have won, Bo Dallas could have won, Miz could have won. Like there was a lot of opportunity here.
Then we had the Fatal 4-Way: Cena, Kane, Orton. What? I said Cena, Kane, Orton.
I thought there was another match.
Reigns. No, that was it.
That's it. Oh,
And then
flew by, man.
Reigns, Orton, and Kane. Yeah, Cena. Cena ended up winning the match.
I mean, you kind of
He's
saw
still
it coming.
heavyweight champion. You knew he was going to win this match.
I mean, like, I was kind of on the JP bandwagon over here because I know he likes Reigns.
I would have been fine with Reigns.
I would have been fine with it, too. I would have liked to see that because here's the thing. What are you going to do with him right now? I mean, I know what's happening.
Reigns?
Yeah, Triple H. But
No, Orton.
Oh, is it Orton now?
Here's one thing that I will say for Roman Reigns. He's green on the mic and he's a little green in the ring. But I would dare go out on a limb and say since the Royal Rumble, when you look at his matches, he gets a little better in every match.
He does.
Yeah.
And he starts to they start to let him dominate matches, and it's believable. That's what I mean by smart booking. That's what I want to see Ambrose and Rollins get. Smart booking where they look good in the matches, and they're not getting it.
Well,
Reigns is getting it to me. Even though he may be losing, he looks viable, and he looks like he can win the match.
Well, think of his family line. Think of Reigns' family line. I mean, think of where he comes from. I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons he's getting a lot of attention is because of where who he's family with.
I understand it, but what I'm saying is, look at the matches, though. To me,
No, he's amazing.
getting better.
He's
Right,
flawless.
that's what I'm
No,
saying.
he gets better.
You want to talk about a guy who's super athletic? I love the drop kick, and then he lands on the outside of the ring apron.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
his athletic. I
Well,
mean,
it's different,
to
too.
pick his legs that high, to be that tall. I mean, seriously, think about that. A lot of tall guys can't necessarily jump and pick their legs up really high because they're so tall. You usually see that for the shorter guys.
Yeah.
The only thing that really the same, we've seen Superman punch before.
Right.
But not like this. He does it differently.
Right.
The only thing he does the same is the spear. I mean,
Yeah.
everything else is a
Well,
little bit different.
and I hate to say it, but that's only because of his size. WWE's going to kind of tag you're the next big guy to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of have to.
yeah,
but you're talking about the pay-per-view. I think we said it before. Probably a C. I mean, graded A through F.
I'm going to give it a B minus because
B-?
it was better than because I think I gave Payback a C, and it was a little bit better than Payback. A little bit. I'm not going to put it at the same level as Payback because I mean there was at least 2 matches that were okay. At this one,
Well,
Payback, there was none. There was one.
For this one, I'll go C plus B minus. I mean, somewhere C plus B minus. I hate to sound like I'm not really picking one, but I mean, depending on what you take out of it, I'll tell you right now, if they would have had an Ambrose and Rollins
would've
match,
been B
I
or
would
A.
have went B plus. I seriously would have
Yeah.
went B plus, maybe A minus, because that match would have sold me. I will say this: the tag team match again. Stars of the show. I'm going to give it to both the tag teams, the Harpers and the Usos. That was a good match. They told a story. It was
That
a good
was a
match.
lot better than I thought it would
thought
be.
it was very entertaining to me. I really liked it. So
So are you officially an Uso fan now?
no, I was just
no,
a fan of the match.
I did love Michael Cole 1 point say, "You so crazy."
Yeah,
You
Uso
so-
crazy.
Yes,
Yeah.
Uso
crazy.
Yes. And if you follow me on Twitter at WWA Show, you see that.
Yeah.
So,
Great plug there, James.
well, hey, it's what Michael Cole does. Vintage. But no, seriously.
I thought you were a JBL fan, not a Michael Cole
No,
fan.
JBL is my hero. We both believe, and we won't stop.
that's
we won't stop believing.
that's the one thing I have
All
to
right.
give up for JBL. He's great.
So anyway, moving on from the great pay-per-view we had, outstanding. Actually,
you sound so great about that.
Yeah.
It was so outstanding. Wasn't it?
we'll move right into sound off. This week, our top 10 for WWE Countdown was the great managers of all time.
Great managers.
Yes.
All right.
Their top 10 was number 10, Sensational Sherry. Number 9, J.J. Dillon. Number 8 was Classy Freddie Blassie. Number 7, you shake your head already.
Yeah.
What? You thought he'd be
has a manager?
Yeah.
Yes, a manager.
I'm already mad.
I mean, I guess maybe that's even older school than me, but like, what world champion did he manage?
Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov.
I'm mad about
the
it.
tag team champion.
Right.
And
but guess
the
what?
heavyweight
When I
champion.
think of Iron Sheik, I don't think of him as Classy Freddie Blassie.
I do.
When I think of Sherry Martel, I think of Shawn Michaels, Macho Man, Harlem Heat. I think of people.
You see,
Nikolai Volkov did more without Freddie Blassie than he did with him.
Wrong. No offense. I don't want you to take it in the wrong way.
He might be
but
number
growing
10,
up,
but he.
growing up, he was with Volkov, and because I had all the wrestlers at the time.
No, I mean, I know
And,
who he is.
you know,
I'm just saying.
he was the original of these managers.
No,
I'm
I
just
mean, I
saying.
get it. I
You
know
know,
who he is. I just don't.
I'm kind of already mad about the J.J. Dillon thing. I mean, at number 9.
Well, you'll see. I was kind of mad too, but once you go down the list, you understand. Number 7 was Mr. Fuji. Number 6 was Captain Lou. Well, you can go back to it. What? Captain Lou's too high.
Just keep
man,
going,
it's too
keep
high.
going. Keep
high.
He's
going.
almost in the top 5.
He should be in top.
No.
All right. Number 5 was Miss Elizabeth, which I say is more of a valet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not. Yeah.
Jimmy Hart was number 4. Number 3 was Paul Heyman.
Number 3.
Number 2 was Paul Bearer. And number 1 was Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Okay, well,
There's
that's
no question in this room who number 1 is.
Yeah.
Now, who would you guys take out and add, or who would you move?
Here's what I don't like. Where's Jimmy Hart?
Number 4.
See-
Where you gonna put him though? Because would you move him up or down?
Who were the top 3 again?
Paul Heyman, Paul Bearer, and Bobby the Brain.
Yeah, he goes to number 3. Heyman drops out at number 3.
Really?
Manager
Yes.
outside of the Undertaker victory, honestly, and Punk was already made.
Dangerous
Heyman did not
Alliance.
make Punk.
I'm very surprised you put him outside the top
Okay,
5.
Dangerous Alliance was a so-so mediocre group in WCW. Did they ever win the world title?
See,
That's my point. When we're talking managers, I'm talking about guys who managed world champions and were actually great. I understand what Paul Heyman is, but a lot of these guys that Paul Heyman has managed were already made stars before he ever got them. He didn't add to them that much.
Okay.
Punk did not need him for any of those promos.
Lesnar needed him when
No,
he first
Lesnar
came out.
didn't.
When he
Lesnar-
first came out, he
Lesnar-
needed him.
Okay, but after that, he was a star and did
No.
his own promos that were just fine.
But he needed him to get him
Okay,
over.
that's one guy, though.
No, Big Show needed him at one point.
No.
Yeah, he did. Dude, when he
No.
was ECW champion, he needed Paul
James,
Heyman.
when
But Big Show had already been world champion before.
I
That's
know,
my
but add
point.
that. You're saying, I'm just saying Heyman deserves to be top 5.
Nah.
And the
You're
reason
caught
I'm
up in the
saying-
moment, bro.
No, I'm not caught up in the moment. I know the guy's history.
I
You
do
know,
too,
I
but-
respect this guy has, since ECW. Now, I'm not. when
Okay, he
came to
owned
WWE,
ECW. He wasn't no manager in ECW,
No.
so you can't count any
Yeah,
of that.
I didn't get to finish my point. I was saying when he owned he owned ECW. He came to WWE. He ate, but he started out WCW managing some of the best tag team champions. He never had the heavyweight champion because who did they put
Who
as
was the
heavyweight
tag team
champion?
champions, though?
Arn Anderson and God, I'm trying to remember the Dangerous Alliance because they won the tag team title in Dangerous Alliance.
Right, but again,
they didn't. They weren't the heavyweight
right.
title guys.
Listen,
Rick Rude did fight for the title.
Listen, already made stars who didn't need him. A manager is supposed to help make you. Those guys all could have been champions. Listen, I'm fine. If you want to put him in the top 10, fine. To me, he's just not top 5. Because J.J. Dillon, okay, I'm going to point this out. If you want to talk about managing world champions and being the biggest faction of all time, if not the number 1, number 2 faction out there, why is he not even in the top 5?
You want to talk about established stars, really?
No, they weren't. Those guys, the only
Ric
guy.
Flair totally was already, and the Andersons were already
Okay,
made.
so but every
All four of them was
criteria
made.
that you're giving me to put freaking Heyman in your top 5, you're going to tell me that JJ wouldn't be?
I didn't say JJ's not good, but when it comes to the mic, JJ was not as good as Paul Heyman.
Okay, I didn't say that, but I'm saying
I'm talking about the total package to me to be, and this, favorite managers more than
Okay,
that,
so does Miss Elizabeth even make your top 10 then?
Yeah, Miss Elizabeth
If you're
does
going
not.
all around, does she even make your top 10?
That should be a valet.
Right.
In my
That
opinion.
doesn't
That's
make
different.
my top. No, you should put J.J. Dillon
And
in Miss
I'm not
Elizabeth's
taking anything away
place.
from J.J. Dillon. I love J.J. Dillon. I think he's great.
And my thing is, Lou
Albano.
he's okay.
What? Oh, my goodness.
But I just thought he was kind of weird on the mic.
Yeah, but that was his
Right.
character.
Like I said, I just never got into him. He just doesn't. He doesn't pop in my head of top managers of all time to me.
Oh, he's automatic for me anyway.
Okay.
He managed the Bulldogs when they were tag team champions. He's managed everybody.
Right, which was a complete mismatch of people, the Bulldogs and him. That was like the odd
managed,
couple.
Not just that. He managed the Wild Samoans.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
The other Samoan SWAT team.
Okay.
He was the manager of them.
Okay. I just, like I said, for me, I think, and another reason that I think people get caught up with him is he was in some of the celebrity stuff at the time that the business was taking off. And I always felt like he was maybe put in positions to look better than he actually was. I'm not saying he wasn't good, but I don't know if I would consider him great to me. But again, personal preference.
And the other thing is you had I almost don't know if I would have Paul Bearer number 2.
I wouldn't.
I mean, seriously, what did he really? Undertaker, you want to talk about somebody already made? Undertaker was made.
But no. No. Technically not. The first time the Undertaker ever debuted at Survivor Series, Paul Bearer was there.
No.
Paul Bearer was there.
He was not there when he debuted.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. I'll show you the tape. It was Brother Love.
Oh, yeah. But still.
He didn't come out with him at the first
But when
match.
he got paired up with him, Taker wasn't like that superstar yet. That's what I'm saying. Paul Bearer added to his character. Did Lou Albano, did he really add to the character of the British Bulldogs? Because his character was nothing like them. I have a little bit different criteria. To me, your manager has to bring something to you, not just you being their manager and they're already a star.
He brought.
Now,
he was the George Animal
yes,
Steel
to the Samoans, yes, I'll completely agree. Great fit for what he did. But again, with the Bulldogs or with George the Animal Steel, that to me, that's like we threw some guys together.
But you got to remember back then too, it was different. You had 4 managers that managed everybody. Everybody had a manager. But Lou Albano to me was always different. The whole Cyndi Lauper thing.
Right, and that's my point about being caught up in moments as opposed to being a great manager.
But no,
that's the difference.
To me, he's one of the best managers of all time.
Top
10, but maybe not top 5.
Right. No. That's my issue, is that you've got him in the top 5 or 4. That's my issue. If you want to put him 8, 9, or 7, I might be fine with that.
I would take out one
Lou.
person I would take out and add. I would take out Miss Elizabeth.
Yep.
And add Slick. Where's Slick at? To me, Slick was one of the best managers. I know he didn't manage a lot of world champions, but
better yet, let me give you another guy. Teddy Long.
I thought
Tag
about
team
Teddy Long.
champions?
Yeah.
I mean,
Doom.
yeah.
Well, I mean, see, that's and I don't mean to backtrack, but with Paul Heyman, like when we were talking about this, I wanted to say one thing is like when I think of Paul Heyman, I think of like Eric Bischoff. I think of him in that kind of category. He wasn't, like when he was running ECW, he wasn't really a manager.
No, he
was
wasn't.
running
No.
everything.
But we weren't talking. I wasn't talking about him in ECW. I was talking about him in the new ECW with
in the
Big
new.
Show.
Well,
yeah, I didn't say anything when he owned ECW. That was different. But when he was in ECW with Big Show, other people, he helped them at the time they needed help. Because Big Show came up, he was huge. He had to slip down. Then he got built back up again. So,
yeah, because I believe if you're gonna put Paul Heyman in there, I believe you need to put Eric Bischoff in there. Just because, I mean, I know he wasn't really a manager, but
Right. That's why he doesn't go in there.
yeah,
I didn't put him in there. I think we mostly agree with the list. It's not too bad. It's actually one of the best ones we've had.
I actually agree with this one more. I might just would change some people around me. Jimmy Hart would be top 5 to me.
yeah.
When you look into business, I mean, who doesn't know that guy? What he's done.
He's done so much.
I would swap him and Captain Lou. You know what I mean?
But I could see that. But I was going to say,
I got another one for you. Paul Ellering.
Yeah, nobody even said about it.
Wow.
That's what I meant to say. Actually,
Wow.
Paul Ellering. No
The
one even
Road
put him up there.
Warriors, the Headbangers, not the Headbangers. Who were the two ball-headed?
No, not Disciples.
They had a feud with LOD.
DOA.
DOA, right?
Yeah.
Or the Masher, or the Moshers?
No. The DOA was there.
It was
and
DOA?
Disciples.
Yeah, not to mention, I mean, they had the Legion
Disciples
of
of
Doom at
Apocalypse.
one time. He was with Jake the Snake. I mean, that's why I say, like, I can't believe he doesn't even crack it.
We also, on our website, WrestlingAttitude.com, there was a poll up there, and everybody voted Paul. What?
Oh, I was going to say another, but never mind.
Yeah, save it for next segment. Okay, we'll talk about it again.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But Bobby the Brain Heenan was voted as their favorite managers all time. I'll talk about the tweet when we come back from break.
Yeah.
But we also next week on our poll is what is the worst gimmick ever in wrestling? I've got Mountie, Bastion Booger, Doink, Norman the Lunatic.
Don't put
Glacier,
Mountie in there.
Shockmaster, Oz, Dynamic Dudes, Disco Inferno, Boogeyman, Hakeem, Red Rooster, Giant Gonzalez, Gobbledygooker, and then you can vote in somebody you want to. I know you want to vote on one.
Yeah.
So
The Miz isn't in there?
no, not yet. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, and talk about some more top 10s, and then get into Raw. Thank you for listening to Wrestling Attitude, All Noise Radio Charlotte, iTunes, and Stitcher.
put you out of my heart.
This is Little Steven from Wrestling with Attitude. Evolution. And Heyman won't stop talking about it. It's Motorhead, man. Come on. And Undertaker did it. It wouldn't matter. If you want to hear more, go to WrestlingWithAttitude.com or follow us on Twitter at WWA Show or like us on Facebook at Wrestling with Attitude.
All right, welcome back to Wrestling with Attitude.
Love that song.
I know you love that song. Speaking of which, before we go any farther, he actually made his return to the TV this week. Matt Hardy.
What TV is that?
Version 4.0 is there.
I didn't even see 3.0. What was 3.0?
Ring of Honor.
My bad. I thought we were on 5.
I thought we skipped one. No, Ring of Honor was 3, I think. Now this is version 4.
Oh, I get it, JP.
Yeah.
Five for Fat Hardy. Is that what that is? 5.
Yeah.
Ah.
But anyway, he's back, and I'm still debating what does his shirt "Stronger Than Death" means.
He's stronger than death.
Can you be really strong? I mean, first it's I slap a tornado.
Then he
And
drives
that's
on
all
the
I
Might,
see.
listen, that might make you stronger than death if you slap a tornado and don't die.
Yeah.
That's true.
That could be the hidden message there.
That's on my bucket list, okay?
I'm not
I want to
surprised.
slap that tornado, and
Yeah,
I want to
and-
drive
and you
home
know-
to see
If
it.
I
and you
could,
know what else I'm glad of? I'm glad that to die is on your bucket list too.
hey, if you want me to drive you to a tornado and dump you out in front of it, I can do that. That's fine.
Oh,
you
I
run
know
out.
you can.
I mean, me and JP will fly you to Kansas or wherever and get in a tornado.
This
and
ain't
just
no
go
Wizard
up.
of Oz. There's no tornadoes in Kansas
Don't worry,
anymore.
don't worry. I'm not spending that kind of money on you.
No, I've got a bus ride he can take.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same bus that Damian Sandow uses.
Yeah.
Sonic, baby. Sonic. Anyway, going back to our countdown and stuff, we had a listener actually tweet us out their top 10. And I'm not going to tell you who it was. So, just keep on tweeting, people. We need as many tweets as we can get. All right, WWA show. Number 10 was Mr. Fuji. Number 9, Paul Ellering. You'll probably like this one better. Number 8 is Slick. Number 7, Sensational Sherry. Number 6, Paul Bearer. Number 5, Freddie Blassie. Jimmy Hart, 4. Jim Cornette was 3.
That's the one I wanted to mention.
Paul Heyman was 2, and Bobby the Brain was number 1. I don't understand why. We didn't even say anything about Jim Cornette.
Yeah.
And, he wasn't heavyweight champion guy either, but he was the tag team.
I think Jim Cornette gets lost in the shuffle because, my goodness, who has he not worked for and been able to keep his job? Like, he's just another one of those guys that likes to run his mouth.
And let me take my statement back. Actually, Jim Cornette managed Yokozuna, who had the world title and the tag title.
I forgot he had the tag title.
Owen Hart,
Yep.
Oh.
the Rocket and the Fat Man.
So
The Rock. Is that what they called it?
Two totally contrasting styles with each other.
Is that what you called it, or is that what they
That's
called
what I
it?
called it.
That's a really good tag team name.
but like
Fat Man and the Rocket.
before we went to break,
Watch them take flight.
go to WrestlingWithAttitude.com. Like I said, we have the wrestling next week on the show. Thursday, we'll probably be doing the show. Wrestling infamous gimmicks. What is the worst gimmick that you ever remember in wrestling? So if you want to vote on it, vote on it. If not, there's also another button you can add your vote. So what do you think?
You know what one of my favorite gimmicks is of all time?
Worst gimmicks?
No, favorite gimmick.
All right, what is it?
Little Stevie on WWA show.
That's one of the top leading gimmicks right now.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Like
still-
Vince McMahon
Hey, guess
just
what?
called me
Guess
yesterday
what?
and said,
you
"Hey,
still
Hey.
ain't beat the top of the summit yet.
Vince
You know what?
McMahon called me yesterday and said you stole our Gilbert.
You know
thing,"
what's
and he
funny?
goes, we're going to sue you. So.
Little Stevie gets more heat than Sandow.
I really do, because when I go with a certain somebody in this room, not going to say names, Summit, but when I go with
It's
his, stop changing your name every week.
It's ROC.
Of course, you're a Damian Sandow fan. You change your name every week, but
Well, I got changed jobs.
I play the same gimmick as my favorite wrestler.
every time I go for the same wrestler as you're going to go for in picks, you're like, nope. Well, you're doing this behind the camera, and nobody knows what that is, or behind the mic, whatever.
So
we're
why are
using
you doing
here.
it right now? Nobody can see what you're doing. That makes a lot of sense there, buddy.
No, but
anyway,
you're worse than me. You're worse than me.
On? No, I'm not actually.
Yeah,
can
you
we move
are.
on? Thank you. I
You're the
appreciate it.
WWE universe right now. I'm the.
All right. Anyway, let's move on.
You have to be something else if you're going to call him something. If you're going to say that, like, know what you are, dude.
Well, then what is he? I don't know what he is then.
No, he is clearly the universe.
Yeah, he is. But he
Anybody
won't
who buys
admit
into
it.
Bo Dallas is part of the universe.
No,
okay?
no one's buying into him. I'm just a believer. You guys don't have the inspiration.
You know what I find funny?
You know what I am? A hate leader. When it comes to Bo Dallas, this is exactly
I
what I
mean,
am.
when he's doing Facebooking and
JP.
stuff, he made a quote, "Make it your day to shine. Today is a gift."
He didn't make
That's
that
why
quote.
they call it the present.
I don't need Bo Dallas to tell me that. I know that when I wake up, I'm still better than him. I don't need him to tell me that.
Well, no, he's
You
just
know-
saying you can be better than him one day.
I already am.
He talks about every day about Bo Dallas, but he's got a shirt for Sandow and all these other
Yeah,
people. He
no
doesn't
Bo
have
Dallas
a shirt
shirt.
for Bo Dallas.
I can't get one yet.
Yeah,
I'll get
you
one. Don't
can.
worry.
Why?
I looked on WWE
Because they don't
today.
sell them, huh?
No, they do actually.
Oh.
Yeah. If somebody wants to chip in, please.
Well, I guess you didn't
Visit
believe.
Summit. Visit James.s and send me an email for a foundation.
James.s.
That's it. All right. Anyway, getting off topic here.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Way off
I wonder why. Because little Steven ain't had any sleep.
That should actually help us stay on topic.
But yes, follow us on Twitter at WWE Show. Tweet us any questions, any comments. If you would like for us to replace one of the hosts on the show, we would be more than happy to do that. We can get rid of
good.
little Steven. No, I know you're good. Me, you're fine. The cornerstones of the show are staying. But if you want to see one person off the show, please give me a
The
tweet.
cornerstones?
Yes.
Is that what you're
We
calling
are the
yourself
cornerstone.
now?
We're the try. We're the triple.
I've been on the show for a year. It changes you, JP. That's how he looks at it.
I'm sorry.
He got asked to be on the show, and now he's a cornerstone. Okay.
Anyway.
We like to let them feel good.
You should. Anyway, going into our next segment, we're going to talk about Raw.
Where do you begin with this? Like, really?
Can I start at the end and just talk about the end?
Yes. Yes, you may.
Actually, no. Triple H opens up Raw. One of my favorite parts of the interview, he said he would do a Vine.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I love how Triple H pretty much just ripped like every social media outlet almost. Like he just threw all of them in the mix. It's just hilarious.
Yeah,
He's like, me and my buddy Mark, we're gonna do a Vine, and we're gonna threaten not to watch it.
Yeah, like who's Mark? Is that the Undertaker? You know what I mean? Is that me, Mark Callis?
he said he was going to tweet his displeasure and says he might even send a Instagram or Vine to let you know.
And
I
what's
loved
so
it.
funny about
I loved
him
it.
mentioning Instagram and Vine is that's kind of the two that WWE have never really pushed.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, they've never
They
really
pushed Vine. Yeah, they pushed Vine. No, it was the other one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What, tout?
Tout.
Tout.
Thank you.
Which
That's
is
what I'm
not
saying.
being pushed at all.
Instagram and Twitter, that's kind of the two that WWE hasn't really pushed, and that's why I thought it was funny that he brought those two up.
Yeah. Speaking of tout, what happened to tout?
I don't know. We'll talk about it.
It got touted.
That's a different.
It got touted. Okay, there we go.
It
It got touted so much people don't like it anymore.
It got touted by Vine.
Well, it's because Michael Cole talked about it every week, and it was like,
Let me sure touts.
Anyway, Triple H guarantees Cena won't be champion at SummerSlam.
Ooh.
And Orton comes out, talks. Reigns and Roman Reigns and Kane come out. Reigns hits Kane with the Superman punch, and then Triple H puts Reigns in a match versus Orton and Kane later on. Next up, excuse me. Orton refused to tag Kane, and Reigns hit Kane with the spear as Orton walked away and would not tag in.
Well, there goes your guarantee. There goes your guarantee about SummerSlam.
Well, no, that'll be a little bit later. Then we have Stephanie with 4 divas backstage. Rosa, Cameron, Fox, Alicia Fox, and Eva Marie versus Nikki Bella.
One wrestler out of that whole group can wrestle, and I actually like Alicia Fox. I think she's cool. The
She's
rest of
all right.
them, I don't like at all. I mean, Rosa Mendez, she's only back because of the Total Divas. Cameron, don't know why she's still there. And who's the other one?
Eva Marie.
Exactly.
Man, little Steven sounds more and more like JP every day with,
I know,
with
ain't
his
it scary?
favorite.
What, you want me,
scary?
what, you want me to start doing it?
We're-
Like, do you really, really, James? You really think that?
What?
You're stupid. You're stupid. See? There you go. That's my impression.
That was horrible.
Yeah,
Really?
I can do an impression of you too.
No,
Look, I'm
hey.
on the summit.
Well,
First
okay,
of all,
stop. Let's get back to Monday Night Raw.
Time out. I got to say one thing. Never ever say that on radio again.
one?
I do not allow guys on top of the summit, so don't even. There's one woman. That's it. Stop. That's horrible.
So I meant nothing to you then.
That doesn't change his mic.
Anyway,
He turned it back on.
Look,
But anyway, yeah.
No, it's just really funny that this Bella Twins with Stephanie deal. Can we make this a storyline or not?
I think they're finally doing it. So
No,
we'll see.
yeah, finally. After,
took a long
2
time.
months of this junk dragging out.
But what does
And
that mean?
What I'm saying is I'm not opposed to the storyline, but either make it a storyline or don't.
Well, you know why they
Don't
did it.
go 2 weeks without them being there.
You know why they did this though is because of Daniel Bryan's surgery. They also they got married. They probably took some time off. And before we go any farther, in case anybody didn't know, Mr. Yes Man ran off a burglar from his house. So
Whoa,
Yeah.
hold on. He ran off a burglar.
yeah, somebody was trying to rob his house. He actually ran the guy off. So
And you know what? I don't know what you're going to steal from a hippie.
Yeah, what are you
I didn't
gonna
know they
steal
had a
from
whole
Dave?
lot, but
have you not watched Total Divas?
No.
I'm just wondering.
I'm surprised JP hasn't been watching Total Divas. That's his show. I
I'm going
thought.
to.
He's going to. It's on his bucket list.
That's what you say like every week. I'm going to.
But then we had Stephanie come out. Bree is in the audience during the match. Stephanie comes out, and after the match, after the 4 girls beat up Nikki, Stephanie
beat up.
Yeah, Stephanie. Yeah, it's horrible.
Or
Alicia Fox is now doing Booker T's scissor kicks.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
They don't really
she's
look like a
Booker
scissor
T.
kick.
Alicia Fox is the new Booker
So-
T.
But Stephanie slaps Bree, which gets Bree upset. By the way, horrible. She is horrible actress. Brie Bella.
Have I?
No, we
called
said
it from
it.
day one. She's horrible on the mic, Stephanie.
Yeah.
And just everything about her is just terrible.
I finally figured out the difference between Nikki and Brie Bella.
You just now figured
Just
it
to
out?
let you
The
know.
size of their top.
Hey, do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
I can't believe he just said that.
Yeah.
How you not know that?
Because it's the first time I've seen them in a room together for like 2 months or
Yeah.
so.
I'll just say this: the one that is with John Cena has been enhanced.
Just tell. Then we had
Still don't know their names and don't care to, but I know which one. I know I can tell them apart.
That's Super Bella. That's the Super
Yeah.
Bella of the two.
I'm sick of seeing these 2-on-1s, these 3-on-1s, these 4-on-1s
Yeah.
versus. So please bring back Brie Bella soon. Then we had Bo Dallas versus LeBron Sandow.
Hey, get that right, sir.
Hey, so I got a question.
That's the
How,
This tore
how
my
tore
heart.
were you up in this match?
I hated
how
this
tore
match.
up were you about this match?
I absolutely hated this match because I couldn't cheer for Sandow, and I couldn't really cheer for Bo Dallas.
Why not? Why couldn't you cheer for
Because
Sandow?
I want Sandow to actually win a match, but I need Bo to win to stay undefeated, which he did. He's now 16-0. So,
Yeah, and then JBL went, no, that was 19 and Bo. He goes,
but yes, please stop it with Damian Sandow. Please give him his cape back, his robe, whatever, and the bad. Just give it back.
You know
to
what I
him.
want to say? Just go ahead and give him a pink slip to match those tights, and he'll be all good.
oh.
We wish you best on your future career in the NBA as a bench warmer.
And while we're talking,
You can come work with us, Sandow.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
no,
while,
we can't.
While
I'm
we're
allergic to scrubs.
While we're talking about Sandow, no. You're talking about pink slip and go somewhere else. and we'll mix storylines here, I guess. On TNA this week, also Gene Snitsky came back. And Snitsky came back, and Ezekiel Jackson.
Oh, gosh.
For what?
They all beat up Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, and Devon Dudley.
Tommy Dreamer's back now?
Yes, because they're in New York. So I was going to say Sandow will fit right in.
Yeah.
So
I thought Tommy Dreamer had a Legends contract with WWE at one point.
maybe at one point.
Okay.
No, they were actually smart enough to get rid of him.
They wanted somebody that could wrestle. No, I'm just kidding. I love Tommy Dreamer.
What, so they got RVD in his place? That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. We traded one old, good-for-nothing ECW wrestler for another one.
So Bo Dallas wins with the Bo Dog.
I'm sorry. Just change that name. Make it something
I'm gonna
better.
hit you with a bulldog, Michael Cole. Bulldog.
Yeah,
No,
Michael.
It's Michael.
It's bow time, Michael.
You got to believe
See what you started, JP.
in the summer. Anyway,
So bad.
all right. Then we got Jericho with the highlight reel with Bray Wyatt.
That was, that's.
The Wyatts beat up Jericho in the back, so they didn't even have the highlight reel.
Yeah.
They
that was
set
horrible.
up the whole ring and everything, man.
And did not have it. I mean, how dare you?
Yeah.
Then we had The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler.
Okay, I'm going to bring something up real quick about Bray Wyatt.
Oh, good.
Bray Wyatt talked in his promo about, I brought giants to their knees, and I've made your heroes cry. Who have you beat?
He did beat John Cena.
Please tell me
he beat John Cena once.
But
He
not in
did.
the story, not in the feud you didn't.
No.
So, and this is what I was talking about earlier with his promos. I'm tired of this. I'm here to save you, and I'm beating all these people, and I'm going to save you. From who?
He hasn't.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said with Bray Wyatt, everybody was caught up with the entrance and then the song with Cena. You were caught up in what you were seeing, not what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's my issue with Bray Wyatt.
Well, I mean, I think Cena made him better.
No. Bray Wyatt is good on a mic when he's
Yeah.
in a storyline. But the problem is they're not changing his promos to the storyline of who he's in it
Well,
with.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
That's what
I feel
don't
like he's stuck still in that Cena thing. And I feel like they got to have one more match, and you got to let Bray Wyatt win. You have to let him move on and become this guy that he's supposed to become. He's got to beat Cena. Because, okay, he beats Jericho. What does that accomplish? What does that accomplish? The guy's going to...
singer Fozzy.
I mean, he's going to leave. Jericho's going to leave.
Waka.
So what's...
And by the way, I've always thought it was funny that Jericho named his band Fozzy. Like Fozzy Bear, Waka Waka Waka. Like, that's the name of your band.
Hey, man. Don't knock the Fozzy Bear.
But, nah.
Fozzy Wazzy was a bear. And Fozzy Jericho was also a bear. It's true.
Okay, all right. We are way off topic now. Fozzy.
Eddie Murphy, everybody. Eddie Murphy. Because that's about as funny as any of Eddie Murphy's last 10 movies.
Gosh, you just
bad.
ripped out.
Wait a minute. The heist was pretty good, actually.
Well, hey, okay,
anyway.
you want to talk about getting off topic?
Anyway, we had The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler.
You doing the Booker T thing over there?
Yeah.
Dolph wins, but The Miz is still IC champion because it was not a title
Right.
match.
Typical bad booking.
So-
let the champion lose on Raw, but he'll never lose at a pay-per-view.
Here's the thing, though. I think, so does that mean Miz and Ziggler's storyline is set up? That Miz and Ziggler are going to be at SummerSlam? Because I'd like to see that. I think
Most likely.
Ziggler could have a good match with
Actually,
Miz.
it would probably be a three-way. From what I understand, it would probably be The Miz, Dolph, and Fandango
Okay,
in a three-way.
Fandango does not deserve to be in that.
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. I don't believe Fandango, because then what that means is that the ladies are going to get involved.
Right, the Slayers will help.
Miz. They're gonna help Miz win, because they're not going to give that to Ziggler.
No, they don't help Fandango win. So, we'll see. Moving
Yeah,
on.
because we all want to see Fandango as the Intercontinental Champion.
Then we have Cesaro backstage. He interrupts. Just a little bit. He interrupts Triple H and Seth Rollins. Triple H says that Rollins doesn't have to face Cena at SummerSlam, He has a Money in the Bank contract. Seth says it doesn't matter because Ambrose keeps messing up his plans. Cesaro walks into the picture, says that if anybody should face Cena, it should be him. He calls himself the walking Money in the Bank. Cesaro also says he's no longer a Paul Heyman guy. He wants to be a Triple H guy.
No, he wants to be an authority guy, is what he said.
No, he says, I want to be a Triple H guy. So,
all right. Well, anyways. So what does that mean? That means Paul Heyman, Cesaro done?
Yeah, they're done.
Oh,
so
I kind of like that though, man.
It's kind of run its course though, because you bring later on. We'll tell you what.
Well, he's either going to go face or they don't know what they're going to do with him.
I mean, does that mean no more King of Swing? Or
no, it'll be King of Swing.
Is he still?
I think they're done. I think they don't have anywhere for him to go.
Yep.
Because they were going to push him and Reigns, but now he's on the back burner because of Reigns.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. What are you doing with Reigns right now? Because,
from what we to that.
Yeah.
Don't skip ahead too far.
I'm sorry.
Then we had AJ and Paige versus Natalya and Emma. Emma's finally wrestling again. That's awesome.
Wait, AJ and Paige versus Natalya and Emma. Mm-hmm. Did you hear that, JP? Your girl Natalya is with Emma.
Oh,
Emma
no.
Lucian,
I was happy.
At least she's not. At least she's
Stop
not.
it! Don't ever say Emma's name with her.
You sit here and jump on me about Bo, and
I know.
he's in there.
Hey,
Emma.
No, I was just happy to see Natalya for like once in a blue moon, and then I went outside. The moon wasn't blue.
It was Emma Lucian.
Maybe the sea was red. I don't know. We get to check that.
In China, it was. AJ gets in the ring and hits the Shining Wizard again, followed by the Black Widow. Natalya taps out because it was such a painful maneuver.
No, it's not.
Then we had Paige inside the ring with AJ. They're celebrating. Paige picks AJ up and tosses her face first into the ring post. Screams at AJ and keeps telling her this is her house now, which is funny. And then tosses her over the announce table. So now Paige is a heel.
You sure?
Absolutely.
She might be a face.
Yeah, I just that story.
I know
they need to do more with it. Please do more with it.
That's all
I'm gonna ask.
I'm kind of on the bandwagon with Paige. I still think she's got talent. I think she's got
a lot of
talent, but I don't want to see this anymore. If they're gonna make her heel, they need to change her a little bit better. Just make her more like darker than she already is. Make her character already darker. Make her, get her better on the mic. Is the one thing they need to do. I don't know what you think, JP, but I think she needs to get a little bit better.
Why don't you ask me that?
Yeah.
Because you're the one that told me that she's pretty good on the mic.
No, in NXT she was pretty good on the mic. She needs some work, but like I've told him and we talked about it, they really need to work together.
Yeah.
Because you can tell there's no chemistry because, AJ took time off.
Yeah.
Paige has wrestled with bad wrestlers.
Yeah.
She's, no offense to Divas, if it wasn't for her, Paige, and AJ, this division, awful.
Yep.
Absolutely awful.
Yeah.
You saw how it was before. But anyway, next match was Fandango versus this guy. He's finally,
What do you mean he's finally back? He was.
No, we have a sighting. We don't get to see it, but like maybe 3 times a year. So listen.
He's been doing the house shows for.
Real life.
You love radio.
Yeah.
See, we'll play it.
Love it, man. Woo, woo, woo.
You know it.
Got broskies
You ain't
in the house
nothing
today.
but a hoskie.
I'll play that song for you later because I know one of our interns is in the room, so they'd love to hear that song.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Zack Ryder won, though. He's moving on up in the Babe department, too.
And he was with Layla and Summer Rae, the Slayers.
Dude, will you stop using like, I don't want to hear that name
I might
anymore.
make trademark.
All I'm going to say is Layla in that dress, God,
I thought she was
doesn't
gonna fall
get
out.
much tighter than that. I'm just going to say.
I thought it was going to fall out.
Yeah. I was hoping.
Yeah, them.
Actually, I was hoping they would burst out. But,
I didn't mean it. I meant them.
Just burst.
Oh, we all know what you meant, sir. You don't have to clarify that.
You don't have to clarify it.
So,
But
Zack Ryder ends up winning the match. thanks to a little help from Summer and Layla. It's nice to see him on TV.
Yeah.
Just saying. And then backstage, the one-man rock band is back. He's back, baby.
He's a one-man band.
He interrupts Flow Rider.
The best part of the night.
Really? Wow, that's a small night.
Yep.
So Flow Rider pushes Slater. Wow. This Heath Slater's night.
I think it's so funny that, you had to have a rap star, a big, rap hip-hop star, beat you up. That's...
Well,
It's a big deal right there.
they were in Miami. Flow Rider's from Miami, so it kind of made sense,
Yeah.
probably for the crowd and all. People know who he is, and those two had a little thing before, so.
And so he had his songs. I thought he was gonna sing something different, not the same thing.
No,
So
listen. He sung me and Mike's song, okay? He sung me and Mike's WrestleMania song.
What,
That's all we
Good
need to
Feeling?
know.
no,
He didn't do Wild Ones.
You didn't watch the
You didn't
segment,
watch
sir.
it. You didn't.
Yeah,
You
did.
didn't watch the segment. No, you didn't.
All right, well, here's the thing I don't
Then you
like
went
about
deaf for like 2 minutes.
it. Yeah, well,
Probably all
Here's-
that hair.
Here's the thing I didn't
It's
like about
finally
it.
growing.
That was
He sung that.
behind him singing. Why did you have him sing with the track?
By the way,
If you're
A lot
re-
of people do that live.
By the way, I just wanted to
I don't
say
care.
the woman that was singing for him, awful.
awful,
What
very
the
awful.
hell was she wearing?
I don't know what she was
No.
wearing, but she was awful.
That wasn't her. That wasn't whatever her name is.
No, that's not- No, that wasn't the person. that
Sai
usually
or
did.
whatever.
Yeah.
SIA. I don't know what her name is.
But anyway, it was.
Say or Sai.
It
Saya.
It
What?
was.
Sia. Saya. Saya is the
You
name.
turn your
Okay.
mic on.
Saya.
Yeah.
Thank you,
It was
intern.
awful. It was awful anyway. Anyway, after that, we had Stephanie. After his performance, a few officers came up to Stephanie and tell her that they are arresting her for assaulting Brie Bella earlier in the night.
I laughed so
Who is
hard
technically
during
a
this
fan.
segment.
They asked Stephanie if she struck Brie Bella. Stephanie says, yes, I struck her. They ask her again and says, yes, of course. The officers tell Stephanie that she's under arrest for battery, which is funny because the Miranda rights reading her and everything else. And then they finally put handcuffs on her.
Yeah.
I love Stephanie McMahon.
I
My
love.
goodness. But I love Stephanie McMahon, but my goodness, please don't ever do that again. Because
Was
the
it bad?
bones in her chest were
Oh.
sticking out.
Yeah, have you
I
ever
mean-
noticed when she gets really mad or something? Right there, there's just just bone.
Yeah.
It's-
she's great looking, but I was just, but
No, but I think it was pretty good how they played that, just with JBL and Michael Cole. They're talking and stuff, and then you just see JBL look over. You're like, well, what are they looking at? And then when they go backstage with Triple H and stuff, that was the best part. He's just like,
Well,
she hit him first.
no, hold on a second. My best part of Triple H backstage was, is that a hybrid?
Is that a hybrid?
You're
Man,
asking if that's a hybrid?
you guys must be proud of
Yeah,
yourselves.
and here's what's funny. He's talking about somebody else cut back at driving a hybrid. They're like losing money in WWE. So yeah, it was pretty funny that he's poking fun at them for it. I was like, come on, man.
That was awesome.
Triple H is classic. I think it's funny. He's trying to be he's supposed to be the guy in charge, and he's cracking up during this whole segment. In my opinion, I'm surprised Stephanie wasn't laughing in the cop car or whatever it was on the way there.
Yeah.
But that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a good segment. I like that.
All right, we're going to take a small, quick break, come back, and finish the last segment. You're listening to Wrestling with Attitude on Stitcher, All Noise Radio, and iTunes.
Stay tuned.
this is the original Pete, the Summit, WWA. Personally, do not want to see Undertaker ever again. You know, and he's going to be a part-time guy. That is my problem with this business right now. Everything is about part-time people. You can catch all your favorite episodes at WrestlingWithAttitude.com or Stitcher.com. Like us on Facebook at Wrestling with Attitude. Follow us on Twitter at WWA Show. And you're welcome from the savior of wrestling, WWA. We put the attitude. Welcome back to the show. What? You had it. Welcome back to Wrestling with Attitude. Very good there, little guy. Anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
Getting back into Raw for the last segment of the show. You know, Stephanie got arrested. The hybrid thing was awesome. By
Great.
Triple H.
Yeah.
Great segment.
Even my wife was like, did Triple H just say – so I had to rewind it to make sure I heard him right the first time because it's so funny. And then I love it when – I got to give credit to Stephanie, all right? She is putting herself at risk. She does – she gets humiliated now. You know, she gets embarrassed. There's no shame in what she does anymore.
It's like JP said, she is the next Vince McMahon.
Well, she's finally acting like
She
Vince.
is her daddy's little girl.
She's finally acting like Stephanie McMahon. You know, when she first took over and Vince stepped away, she kind of stepped away.
Yeah.
She really wouldn't embarrass herself. Guess what? You're the owner of this company. You got to.
But now she's the $1 million princess again. She's she's all grown up, but you know.
That's my point. But you have to, when you're the main bad person in the company, you have to go through yourself willing to embarrass yourself for the company. You have to. And like getting arrested is a great thing. They've never done that before. But I thought it was an awesome segment.
Oh, it was good, man. And the thing I loved is when we came back to you saw Triple H in there talking to the lawyers and stuff, or he's talking to the lawyer on the phone, and he's like, you know, well, I got to go. And they're like, well, are you sure you don't want to make your decision? And everything's like, well, she does have to be processed and everything.
You realize who that was, right? Because that's not a lawyer. That wasn't a lawyer.
No. I'm not talking about Joey Mercury.
Oh, okay.
I watched the documentary, sir.
Okay.
But, no, I'm talking about on the phone. He was talking to his attorney / his lawyer. Well, from what they said, that's who he was talking to. He probably wasn't. He's probably talking to Shawn Michaels or somebody. But, the thing was, though, he's like, well, she's got to be processed and stuff. And you heard, like, the biggest, like, ooh, and stuff from the crowd, like... He just, you know, because he was like, oh, well, family comes first. And then he just goes off and does what's best for business. So, you know, I just think that was an awesome segment right there. And, hey, Joey Mercury got some airtime again, man. Like, whoa.
He's been getting a lot lately.
I know, but
man. So, it's great to see. You know,
it's great to see another Chicago person on TV still. There's not many people that are from Chicago that are still on WWE.
Don't worry, there'll be one back before you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. Back next up was Ryback versus Big E and Kofi. I don't know what to say about this really.
Big E and Kofi.
Ryback wins.
2.
No.
Yeah.
Ryback rolls through and rolls up Kofi for a 3 count. Simple. Then after the match, Xavier Woods gets in the ring. He says this is exactly what he has been talking about.
That was Xavier Woods?
Yeah, I don't remember him talking about anything before now. But
he's done a promo before now?
Yeah. He says you can't move ahead by doing what you're told. Woods says that this is our time and our place. He says it's time to find focus and up to them to find order. He says it's their time to find purpose. He says that they don't ask any longer. He says from now on they take. Kofi and Big E nod and agree with him.
So what was with the Colonel Sanders?
Welcome to not Demolition, Nation of Domination Part 3.
Yeah, and does this mean that Kofi Kingston is going to go heel?
I hope so.
Dude, that's the first time ever, isn't it?
Yes, I've been screaming for Kofi to go heel for
Wildcat.
The Wildcat to go heel. The Wildcat. No, the Jamaican.
Jamaican Wildcat.
Jamaican
Man.
SOS.
Can you
I
make,
smoked the ganja and eat your face at the same time.
wait a minute. Wasn't Big E from Jamaica?
I don't know.
Yeah, putting them together. Look, the Jamaican bobsled team. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. The
Jamaican truth.
Jamaican truth. No, it don't work without our truth, man. What's wrong
Yeah, it
with you?
does. You don't need our truth.
And let's put that's actually a good point. I'm glad you said our truth. I love that. You actually made a good point.
Yeah.
Let's put the four of them together. Why
Yeah,
not?
Better yet, why not put Titus O'Neil in there?
No. And we don't need to.
We got too many.
Yeah.
Those were too many different dog noises here. None of
Yeah,
us.
I think you should just put Titus O'Neil and R-Truth with them too. We'll get him bring back Crime Time. It could just be this whole stable of guys.
Hey,
you never know who you're going to fight out of the stable every week.
All right, sir. I might not know many times when you're joking. I can tell you're joking right
Nah,
now. 'Cause you don't
No,
like.
I love Crime Time.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Don't you put Crime Time with them. Crime Time is better.
Hey, why? To me,
JTG is shad.
to me, I'm actually excited for
Here's the deal.
You're excited for
I'm
R-Truth?
excited for Big E and Kofi to do something
Here's the
different.
deal. It's called using mid-card talent for something.
At least they're in the storyline.
I just didn't
I'm fine.
get
I
it.
want to see what they do with this. It's funny to me though. They split up 3 and B. Now you putting 3 others together.
Yeah.
To me, it smells.
You always need those 3 guys together.
It smells like what?
It smells like the. Okay, I got to fight it.
You can't.
I want
Don't
to do
say
the
it.
right. You
Don't
want me to
say
do
it.
it? Do you?
Hey, there's a problem in WWE right now.
What?
There's no 3 guys together because we broke up the Shield and 3MB. There's no 3 guys
I know.
together right
well,
now.
except for the Whites.
We need to fix
Kind
that.
of.
You're right.
The Whites are it.
Yeah,
You
true.
don't really.
Yeah,
have,
we gotta have 2. I'll take it back. We gotta have 2 at all times.
I don't understand. I mean, I know they're not doing anything with Big E and Kofi.
You know what?
But I'm telling you, the best thing that ever happened to Kofi would be this heel turn.
You know what Vince McMahon's thinking right now, right?
Oh.
You know why we put the 3 of you together. And I'm not even going to say it, but we all know why.
What?
No, we all don't. One of us on men don't see.
Oh, that's
Yes,
wrong.
sir. No, it's true. It's
So what
true.
are you gonna do? Bring Mark Henry back and put him with
Probably. If he comes back,
Man,
he
I'm
might.
telling you what, you're just full of thoughts today. R-Truth, now you thinking Mark Henry?
I'm just
That's
saying.
actually a genius thought.
If you're gonna
Let's
do
add
it-
Mark Henry.
Did he take his pill during the break?
He must have.
I didn't.
Yeah, I'm very surprised.
This is pure little Stevie.
You're actually making some good, valid
Well,
points
but here's
today.
the
not
thing,
many.
though. If you're going to do that, you're just going to be doing the Nation of Domination. I don't want to see that. I want to see. Now, I do want to see Kofi and them turn
listen,
and stuff. That's cool.
To me, one of the most groups that was never really pushed the way they should have been was Nation of Domination.
Yeah.
They had good rivalry DX, but it's short.
Oh,
It's
very
a short rivalry.
You know why it was short
and then
rivalry?
The Rock
No.
and Triple H.
Nope. It's because DX was made up of champions like the Horsemen or like the NWO. The Nation was made up of a bunch of mid-card guys.
But
Yeah,
they
except
were.
The Rock.
right.
Except The Rock.
But what I'm saying is DX wasn't going to continue to just have to beat those guys because they're mid-card talent because they were champions. That's why I say
like
that.
Nation, no offense to the Road Dogg, the New Age Outlaws.
Road Dog? It's not
No.
Road Dog. It's the Road Dog.
But listen, no offense to the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah.
If you would put D'Lo and Mark Henry as a tag team, they would have been a very good tag team.
But they weren't as entertaining as New Age Outlaws, and that's why I
Well,
say
Mark Henry
Yeah.
really didn't get
Right.
entertaining until he went to
Right.
Central Chocolate.
Right.
So
And that's why
That's
I say
entertaining.
and that's why I say the
For some
nation
people.
the Nation at that time was just a bunch of mid card guys and they were trying to go against champions and you know what I mean, it just wasn't there long term. And I believe
know,
that could be why it was so short lived.
The first thing I thought about when I saw this on TV was, and this goes back to like a few months ago when you guys were talking about another wrestling company named TNA. that they put 3 guys together.
Yeah, that's another reason. Yeah,
that's why I'm thinking.
I mean, they put MVP
Yep.
and Bobby Lashley.
Do you think
and Kenny King?
Do you think they're doing that to like?
I wouldn't surprise me.
To just run out TNA.
Yep. Would not surprise me.
And both companies do it. All companies do
Yeah.
it. They see something and they try to tweak it.
I mean, you think they're trying to rebuttal? You think they're trying to rebuttal?
I'm
Like,
sure
well,
They usually do. I mean, look at the whole Eric Young champion, Daniel Bryan champion. I mean, it goes hand to hand. That's how it is in the company. But I'm actually looking forward to Kofi and as a heel. If they push him as heel, I hope they do.
That's the thing,
because you don't. I think he's got the in-ring ability. When him and Randy Orton, that was a great feud.
Yeah.
Now it's time to switch them up a little bit.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think you end it with these 3 because it looks like Xavier Woods is not going to be wrestling. He looks like a different Colonel Sanders for some reason.
He'll be wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, like, didn't he just get his doctorate degree or something like that?
First off, we spent way too much time on these 3 dudes.
Yes. By the way, Ken, one of the best tweets of the night is somebody asked for the lawyer to go help Stephanie. God, what's his name?
Johnny Cochran?
No, the freaking WWE. I can't even think of it now.
David Otunga.
Thank you, Mr. Otunga.
I thought he was. Oh wait, no, he's filming Marine 5, isn't he?
I'm going to tell you
5.5.
another one.
5.5.
Another one of my favorite tweets of the night came from X-Pac. No, it came from Shane. Not X-Pac. It came from Shane Hurricane Helms. It came from Shane Helms, and he's like, "There's something obviously wrong with that because police do not arrest anyone white in Florida." So I just had to share
I was about
that.
to say, are you doing drugs with X-Pac now? Because you getting X-Pac confused with the WWE?
Anyway, I had to share that.
I refuse
Twitter's
to
funny.
talk about this next match. I refuse.
You refuse?
What's the next match?
Great Khali versus Rusev. And that's all I'm
let's
gonna
move
say.
on.
Yeah, I'll move on real fast.
JP,
Khali
out.
tapped out. Khali tapped out. Moving on from that.
You know what? The one thing I am glad about, at least the crowd did not chant USA for Khali because he's from India. At least the universe was smart
That's true.
enough not to do that.
That should be like India.
The one thing I do got to say about it, I'm not going to talk about the match. Rusev did win, but Lana comes out. She spoke Russian. She did not speak English like that night.
She does not need to speak English anymore.
Well, what happened the night before, I think, is the reason she came out speaking Russian. She didn't want to offend anybody, and they play it safe.
Well, like
so
I said,
I'm
those
just saying,
people can get over it.
I know.
Yeah.
After that, the Rusev, and please don't ever have this match again.
Yeah.
It's going to happen again. I mean, once you have Bo Dallas and Great Khali.
This is actually funny. In my notes, it says Rusev with Lana versus Great Cesaro. So I don't know.
Great Cesaro.
Maybe it's
Did Cesaro fuse with Khali?
Yeah.
I wish they would, actually. It'd probably be a great
Made
wrestler.
one foreign superhero.
Then we go back to the back where we see Dream Dust. That's it.
Hey.
Listen. This is the dumbest thing. I don't need
Shut up.
I don't
Shut
need
up.
No, I don't need promos to 2 guys that I already know.
Hey.
These aren't debuting guys.
Hey. Look, man.
First off, you're a Bo Lever, so whatever. And I don't know.
I'm a Jaraholic.
Like I said, listen, I'm not bashing the characters, but why do you keep just having them do these promos?
Yeah.
We know who they are. It's not like it's 2 guys who are debuting.
I feel like
you're making them do like debut promos. It's just terrible.
I feel like they're building up to something here.
Can we please see a match?
Yeah.
Right, that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Again.
Have them in a tag match, then I'm fine with a promo. But you keep doing these promos again like it's somebody who hasn't debuted yet, and we clearly know who they are.
Again,
They've already wrestled together before.
They're building up. I bet you they're going to have a
I
big
hope
match
so.
at SummerSlam. Now, what needs to happen, which isn't going to happen, is they need to be Stardust versus the Usos, but it won't, or Dream Dust versus the Usos, but it won't happen because you can't have. You're not going to have 2 faces right now. I mean, the Harpers are going to get another shot. you watch, unless they're finally going to get rid of that. But what do you do with the Harpers then? But I mean, what are you going to do at SummerSlam?
Yeah.
So what with Dream Dust?
Yeah,
Well,
I mean-
here's the thing: you need to build a third tag team to really. Right now, you got 2 tag teams
That's
to even
them.
contend.
Dream
I
Dust
know.
is the third tag
But
team.
you need to start pushing them in matches. Ryback, you still have, but nobody wants to see Ryback and Dream Dust
I
anymore.
mean, this was the time when
wore
they got
that out.
back, right? This is the time the
About-
Rhodes brothers.
Yeah, it was Battleground. It was Battleground.
Yeah, Battleground of last year was when the Rhodes brothers technically formed. So bring them back.
No, and I'm fine with that. Next, back they went to commercial, came back. Renee Young updates us on Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie is being charged with battery and resisting arrest.
Yeah, because we needed all these updates to the night, like, oh, maybe she moved police stations.
Well, funny part is listening to Triple H talk about it the next day because they do the weekly interview with Michael Cole and post on WWE.com.
The funny thing is Renee Young trying to commentate. Sorry, I had to say it.
Or interview,
I don't
yeah,
like
she's
her.
pretty
I don't
terrible.
like her, man.
She's horrible, but I was.
I would rather have Josh Roberts or whatever.
Matthews.
Or Matthews than her.
Did you
Seriously.
just put Justin Roberts in?
Yeah, I just combined 2 characters.
All right, let James finish. He's getting all mad.
Well, I was in mid.
Okay,
saying-
my bad.
Not you, him.
Oh, yeah, you.
It's that guy over there. No, with we're talking about Stephanie McMahon and just the updates are killing me. Just Renee Young is horrible. Yes.
Yeah.
They need to. I don't know. They need to put her in NXT or something.
Well, she is in NXT. She does
No, but
commentary.
keep her there. Keep her there.
I know. Well, she's dating Dean Ambrose.
All right, well, let's talk about
anyway.
the Cesaro Ambrose match. It was match of the night.
Oh, it was match of the night.
Yes,
Yeah, that match was
definitely.
great.
It was awesome.
That match was good.
Okay.
I'm beginning to feel like Ambrose can work with anybody right now. I don't care if it's Rollins. I don't care if it's Cesaro. And I know it's because those guys are pretty good to themselves. But I'm telling you, I keep saying it. My boy Ambrose is killing it right now, man. His ovation for the crowd was as big an ovation as we got all night.
Yeah.
I'm going to fast forward through until the ending. Ambrose goes up top, and Cesaro racks him on the top rope. Cesaro hangs Ambrose upside down and lands multiple stomps. Ambrose come back and tosses Cesaro 3 times into the ring post. Ambrose goes to the outside and grabs a chair. Dean smashes the chair into the arm of Cesaro, and he gets disqualified.
And see, again, not to cut you off, but good booking by playing the
makes sense.
crazy character, and he snapped in a match because all he wants to do is get at Seth Rollins. And so he gets disqualified by hitting him with a chair.
So-
Does it hurt him to lose because of the way he lost?
Here's my question real fast. What kind of match will Ambrose – because this will be Ambrose and Rollins at SummerSlam. What kind of match do they get booked in?
I say 1 or 2 things, and they're kind of the same thing. It's either falls count anywhere, street match. You make it falls count anywhere and just let them go at it. No disqualifications. Just let them go at it.
I'm gonna say a no holds bar match. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say a no holds bar match.
No holds bar.
If you haven't seen the movie, please do.
Yeah, I
What?
love it.
No.
Yeah,
I still love
it's
that movie. I don't care what
I do
anybody
too.
says. I know it's epically horrible, but it's okay.
Hey, you don't mess with Rip.
It's Hulk Hogan wearing spandex around a motorcycle. Come on. No,
And Zeus.
yeah.
That's
You
him.
can't
in
mess with Zeus. Zeus. Anyway,
So do your eyes always look that way, or are you just crazy? Sorry.
he's crazy. So my
Have
worry,
you seen him in Friday?
Yeah.
He looks
my
the
worry
same.
about Cesaro, though, is what they're going to do with him now.
Yeah.
Because now he's going to get pushed to the back.
Yeah.
Not unless you put him in a match against Reigns. You could.
I say put him against Sheamus.
But they're not going to do that, though. They're
Well,
not
No,
doing
no.
story.
I'll tell you, the
I'm
match
okay with that.
again. The match needs to be him and Rollins in the storyline right now, and then you either have Dean Ambrose take the Money in the Bank from him, or you have Rollins beat him. One of the two. To me, that's where this goes right now because that's what both guys want and that's what the people want to see. So what's best for business is those two in the ring together, in my eyes.
Well,
Triple
that's the
H.
business will
But-
be coming up here in a minute. We'll
Oh,
But
yeah.
James, why not? Why not with Cesaro and Sheamus? I mean, why? Sheamus needs somebody right now because Sheamus is not defending that U.S. He's gonna.
Well, they're not
He
going
has
to.
Right, which
They're
is
not
why we
going
don't
to.
want Ambrose to have that title again because he's already been there, done that.
No,
They're
but that's why I'm saying
they're not going
Cesaro.
to. No, Cesaro. No,
No.
they're not going to with Cesaro because they already moved him to a rivalry against Kofi. Now that's over with. Now he's a Triple H guy. So he's not going to fight Ambrose, not unless he. Maybe after SummerSlam they put them together.
We'll see.
Him and Ambrose together, maybe. But don't push him back down. Is my point. Don't push him back down to Sheamus, because now he's with you. You're going to use him as the muscle of the Triple H guys. I know Kane's big. I'm just saying the muscle. You need a guy to take care.
Well, he's got to be that Wade Barrett character.
No, kind of.
Yeah,
he's gonna be. He's gonna beat up on Roman Reigns. He's gonna try to beat up on them guys.
He's gonna be the hitman.
Ambrose. Yeah,
he's got to be the hitman.
Authority. So I mean, that's where they're going with that. Yeah. Then they go to the back where Renee catches up with Triple H. I love this, by the way. Triple H cuts her off and says he is on his way to the ring to announce Cena's opponent for SummerSlam. Renee asks him if he should be with his wife. Triple H gives her an angry look and then leaves the frame. All right, the whole thing, Triple H, to me, was the star of the night. I mean, promos. When he first walked backstage, they were like, "Are you going to the hospital?" And he's talking Mercury. Well, I can wait until later.
Everybody,
he's got to be booked. She's got to be booked. She's got to, get mugshot and all this and that. It was awesome.
The crowd went mad.
I can't wait to see what Stephanie does. Hopefully, they play off of that a little bit.
They should.
Stephanie and Triple H have a little bit of tension between the two.
They should.
So we'll see what happens.
Well, it's kind of like what he did with the thing with Vicky Guerrero with the puking and stuff. That was pretty funny too, Yeah.
Like, listen, Triple H has always been golden on the mic. That to me, that's been one of his best skills. He's always been good.
And stop this trashing Triple H thing.
Yeah,
he's the best thing going right now.
Who's trashing Triple H?
There's so many people.
Yeah,
I
people
know.
love to
I know a
trash him.
couple of people on our Facebook page that have trashed him, and I think he's done a great job with WWE.
Do you know why they don't like Triple H? People who are really good at what they do, and then they almost marry or they get into something better than you, people don't like them. Really.
Yep.
That's all it is to me.
I mean, but still, the guy was he's smart.
I know.
I mean, he married. I'm not saying he married her for that reason, but he married up.
Yeah. No,
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, like I said, ain't nothing you can do about it.
But then we had Triple H. They go commercial, come back. Triple H is in the ring. He was going to announce Cena's opponent for SummerSlam. Triple H introduces Cena's opponent at SummerSlam, Randy Orton. Orton makes his way out and gets attacked by Roman Reigns.
I didn't like that at all.
I'd like that.
I think it's good. It builds a storyline for those two going to SummerSlam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now he got stopped out. Even though we knew who he was on name, it has a storyline with the two of them for SummerSlam.
I know, but I wanted to see Reigns versus Triple H. I didn't want to see
You might at some
Orton.
point. You ain't going to see it right now. I'm thinking now, instead of doing it at SummerSlam, you could do it at the Rumble. You can do it at WrestleMania.
No.
If he doesn't have a match for the heavyweight title, you could do him with Triple H.
Reigns needs that title by WrestleMania. He does.
We'll see. He needs it before then. You don't wait till WrestleMania.
Okay. All right,
if you don't push him as top face, he really needs to get that.
Yeah.
So after that, we all know who come back. Brock Lesnar is back.
Dun 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 dun.
He is the new number one contender
Come on,
for
JP,
the
help me
heavyweight
out.
title.
Help me out, JP. Dun dun.
So
Yeah.
now we're going
Dun.
to see Cena and Lesnar part 3.
Is it? Wait. Are you dating all the way back to 2004 when he faced him?
No, I ain't going that far back. I'm talking about recently. I ain't going back to
What do you mean? He's only faced him twice.
This
Extreme
is part
Rules.
3.
And
I said part 3.
this is
SummerSlam would be
twice.
third. No, he's fought him twice.
What
Yeah,
was the
it's part
second
twice.
time? What was the second time besides Extreme Rules?
Extreme Rules and
Didn't they meet at SummerSlam last year?
Yeah. There was another match.
They met at SummerSlam last year?
But anyway, what do we think about the Cena-Lesnar match?
I mean, it's
Or
not
two,
something.
maybe it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, because it wasn't last year.
What do we think of the Lesnar?
I like
mean,
it.
yeah.
Listen, it's a storyline between two guys that get the third match that we talk about. You see who wins. And if you're going to take that title off Cena, it's got to be somebody that we believe can legit beat him up.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar has beat him up before. Bloodied his face. You know what I mean? Just beating him. You cannot have a guy right now like a Rollins or an Ambrose beat Cena, because he is that type of guy. But you bring Brock into the mix with that music and that look and what he can do, yeah, he is a legit threat to Cena because I've beat you before.
Well, I mean, the thing I like about it is that, the whole reason I feel they're bringing him back, what does WWE got to do on this next pay-per-view? They got to sell a lot and lots of money for this WWE network.
Like I said,
so this is going to help.
And I love the fact that Brock didn't say anything, and that was a great promo by Heyman, by the way.
Once again.
Still the best talker in WWE outside of Punk, but Punk's not there, so.
Yeah, great promo, great way to bring him out.
That's what I love about Brock. He gets a superstar's reaction, but doesn't have to say anything and do hardly nothing. People still want to see that guy. I don't care what anybody says.
All right, so are you okay with it, Steven?
Yeah.
All right, so that's the show this week. Thank you for listening. Catch us next week. Like I said, we're going to do worst gimmicks. Tweet us. Let me know. Don't forget to catch me on Raw. Listen to my thoughts. Raw.
Listen to it.
Or no, look at my thoughts on Facebook and Twitter Monday for Raw. And we'll catch you next week. Wrestle Attitude.
Kung Fu Knock it, baby.